Good morning, my lovely floss tube friends. Sorry, excuse me for 2 seconds there. Let's see. I've been a terrible vlogger this week. I have done nothing. I stitched a lot, but I didn't do anything. But I digress. Welcome back. It's Shari. Thanks for joining me. It's Sunday morning, April 14th. I cannot believe the month is halfway over with already. It flies by. As you can see, I have emptied all of my boxes when I took them to San Antonio and brought them back to pack more stuff in. That is the best reuse you can do, right? Just reuse your packing boxes. I was really happy that I actually got them unpacked. So made a good deal. So hopefully all the rest of this stuff will fit in there. I can start moving stuff. Getting it done a little bit at a time. But let's see, where did we have? Okay, back to the introduction. So welcome. Glad you found my channel. If you're a returning viewer, thank you for coming back and spending some time with me. I always enjoy the comments. Leave a comment, leave a like. If you ask me a direct question, I'll answer it, of course. But typically, if it's just, hey, looks good, whatever, I'll put a little heart there. If you're new, welcome. Channel's mostly about cross stitch, a little bit quilting, a little bit of embroidery, a little bit of life. And yeah, there's that. Trying to remember when did I restart? So I used to do videos for a long time. Stopped for, I don't know, 5 years maybe, while the kids were in high school, which was crazy busy, and then the first couple of years of college, getting them going, and yeah, it was nuts, but that's okay. Had a lot of folks, asking me when I was going to restart, if I would restart, and so finally have gotten the kids and life calmed down a little bit enough to where I can do videos again. Now, life is still a little crazy because we are in the middle of getting ready to downsize. The two of us, Cameron's getting ready to graduate from college at the end of this year. We, and Hannah lives in San Antonio, where she goes to school. We do not need an almost 4,000 square foot house for 2 people. 4-bedroom, 4-bath house for 2 people. It's too big. It's too much to clean. Oh my God. So, yeah, plan is to downsize, move back to the San Antonio area. We already have a condo up there. And so, yes, life is a little bit crazy still. So what did we do for stitching last week? So Monday, of course, was the last day I recorded from last time. And I showed you Queen of Freedom, that because it had one more night. So cute Mama Joan bag. Queen of Freedom by Mirabilia. Looks like that. She's amazing. And I'm doing this on the Fabric Flare. Is the name of the company who, wow, it's a lot of floss. It's a lot of floss. The name of the company that does the fabric that has the Constitution printed on it. And that is where I got to this week. I did a whole lot of white. That's all I worked on was white. And now you can see it better from that angle. So I've got all that white done, and a little bit of tip of white out there. And I'm starting to get a little freaky that I started too low, but I think it's only got like 30 or 40 more stitches to the bottom here. So I think we're okay. I'm just like, seems like we're getting awful close to the bottom, but I know I measured. Because I'm a middle starter, 100% middle starter. So it should be fine. So that's where Queen of Freedom got to. Next up after Queen of Freedom, and this is a very beautiful bag, and I don't remember who made it for me, but it's really cool. It's got 2 pockets, a pocket for the front pocket where I put my floss and the pattern, and then the back pocket where I put the actual fabric. Oh, itchy nose, floss too itchy nose, right? So next up was Halloween at Hawk Run Hollow, better seen this way. And we started this as part of a SAL, October of 2017. A bunch of us who were all at the original Floss Tube retreat in Austin. way back when. And yeah, I ain't even got a whole box done yet. Doing it on 32 count linen in Buttercup by OC Fabrics. And it is a big old piece of fabric. I'm still working on that center box, but I love it and it's cool. So I got a little bit more of this yellow filled in here. I got her apron done there, the apron tie, and then got all of the stars and moons in her skirt. So next time, all I need to do is fill in the black of her skirt, and then she will be done. And that's like the bottom of the thing is literally right here. There's a black border that goes across the bottom. And then I have to do the other one and then finish. There's a witch and a cat and other stuff over there. And a pumpkin. So that's the lady I'm working on right there. But I mean, that's a big chunk, that's what is, if you break it up into 12, that's 1/6 of the project. So yeah, it's big, but I love it. It's going to be awesome. Huge, huge, huge piece of fabric. But I really don't like going smaller than 32. I'm getting old eyeballs. But that one got its due date. And then, so that was Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Tuesday night. Did I do any stitching Tuesday night? I did a little bit, I think, not a lot. We were driving home from San Antonio Tuesday evening, and I totally forgot about that. Um, so I finished up work 5-ish, 4:35, somewhere in there, and Kevin works till 8 because he sees patients remotely. So I was like, whenever you're ready, we can take off, because a lot of times if they're easy visits, he'll do them ahead of time and get caught up, and then we can go ahead and leave. And then if he needs to see another patient, we can stop and he can see him from the car. So all he needs is his computer and internet. We have the hotspot or the MiFi, either one, whatever, to be able to do that. And so he's like, well, I've got 2 hours before my next patient, because he had caught up several patients. They love it when you call them early. And I said, so let's go ahead and get ready to leave, and we can get, at least part of the way there, most of the way there before he calls the next patient. I was like, okay, that sounds perfect. Let's do that. So got the truck loaded up, got everything ready to go. Do the last little check. Okay, you've got everything you need, blah, blah, blah. He's putting everything in there. Traffic coming out of San Antonio at 5 o'clock is a nightmare because we were going from the northwest side, obviously, all the way down to Corpus. So you got to cut across and then down. It probably took us a better part of an hour to get out of San Antonio. And then we were down to almost Three Rivers, or there's a McDonald's. I was like, okay, I could eat. I'm hungry. It's like 7 o'clock at this point. And so we pull in, and he ordered ahead on the app because I was driving in case he needed to answer phone calls or anything. So he ordered ahead on the app. It's literally like the only restaurant out there. I don't normally eat McDonald's, not my favorite place to eat, but it was, is what it is. And so I said, well, while we'll just sit here and eat in the parking lot while you see your next patient. And I said, so, while I'm pulling in, I said, you need to go ahead and get set up with your computer. So he grabs his computer bag. He forgot his computer in San Antonio. I was like, what do you mean you forgot your computer in San Antonio? You had it in your hand. I saw you put it in your bag. He had taken it back out because he leaves his mouse and keyboard, the wireless mouse and keyboard, he leaves them there because he has in both places. And he realized he had left the little dongle for the mouse in the thing. So he took it out, took the dongle out, put it back in the mouse, and put it on his desk, and didn't pick his computer back up and throw it in there. So we're calling Hannah going, okay, grab Deb's computer, jump in the car so you can meet us halfway. Luckily, he had patient information he could grab on his work phone and could still call the patient and do a phone visit. which was okay. It just wasn't a video visit, but it is what it is. Excuse me. So that added an hour to our trip because Hannah, once we, got going, met halfway, met on the south side of the, a little bit outside 1604. She was able to meet us. And then, so half an hour back that way, half an hour back to even get to where we were. It was almost 10 o'clock by the time we got home. I'm like, dude, you are so on my shit list. I was so tired. I made him drive the rest of the way home after we met Hannah because at that point he was off. And I'm like, I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. Anyway, I swear sometimes the man would forget his head if it wasn't attached. Speaking of, so went over to pick up the plane from Houston where it's getting the autopilot installed on Friday. And they had some kind of issue so that he wasn't sure they were going to be able to get it fixed. And so I said, well, if you don't need me, I'm not going to go. So I'm sorry, and I'm shaking my desk with my elbows because we had just rented a car to do one way. We drive over and fly back, right? Well, the guy wasn't, he had something else had come up and he wasn't sure that they were going to be completely finished. And he's like, well, if we can't figure it out, I'll just fly you home. And, because we had the car only one way. So regardless, I was like, okay, well, if you don't need me to go, because I don't want to be sitting there all day. I thought we were literally driving over, picking it up and flying home. And that's not what it was going to be. So he packed him a cooler, packed the Yeti and, the little lunch Yeti. It's $200 lunch Yeti. So let's put that in there. So he finally gets home, I don't know, 4:30, 5 o'clock. It's probably about 4 o'clock. Yeah, because we had a house showing on top of that on Friday. Gets home and realizes he forgot the Yeti over there. I'm like, dude. I mean, it's not a big deal. We know the place, and of course they put it aside for us. I said, you need to tell him to empty it out so it doesn't like get moldy or something gross, because I don't know when we probably won't head back over that way until like Mother's Day to go see his mom. Dude would forget his head if it wasn't attached. Anyway, so that was Tuesday and Friday. So then Wednesday, home, worked all day. Thursday, home, worked all day. Friday, worked half the day. Was planning on being off in the afternoon, so I just went ahead and kept the afternoon off and got some stuff done, and then found out I still need to get my oil changed. Still didn't get that done. Found out that we had a house showing, so I was running around like a crazy woman getting the house cleaned up. But I did still manage to stitch a little bit on Awkward Hollow. And then Saturday, yay, Saturday. Everybody loves Saturday, right? Saturday was go get the hair done. So look, you can see the gray right now. And then we had our monthly stitching meetup for our Coastal Bend Stitchers group at Sew by the Bay quilt store in Rockport. She does carry a little bit of cross stitch stuff, which is cool, but she really doesn't. She loves having us there, and we come in. I mean, and I'm a quilter too, so hey, what better place? And I needed to pick up some fabric for a quilt for my mom, so it was two birds, one stone. But our plan was, if you remember from last video, to start a round robin that Regina had found the pattern for, and I'm trying to find it. It's under all the piles of stuff on my desk. Was this Sampler Be Mine by Happy Mood Point Cross Stitch from Etsy. And so I picked my fabric. Excuse me. Sorry, need some more caffeine. Have not enough caffeine yet this morning. And we all started it together. I recharted the center Be Mine into something that says Stitching Friends Are the Best. And then I picked this motif to do for mine, because we all started our own first, and put my initials and 24 for the year. And so when we meet again, May 7th is craft night at Cindy's. Normally we would meet that following weekend, but that's Mother's Day weekend and everybody's going to be busy. So we're going to meet. Craft night is once a month at Cindy's office. And so we're going to go do that, and we'll exchange them there. So I just picked a nice assortment of my favorite color and cotton threads. And so this is for this darker. Everything else is really pastel, right? Everything else, so nice little pastel rainbow there. Losing them. And then the darker grape is for initials. So there's what is going in my bag, and they get to pick whichever motif they want. And I said, have fun with it. I don't care what colors you use where, just put your initials in the dark purple. That is the plan. Did I take the needle off of there? No, probably do not want to leave a needle sitting on there. So that's going to go in the bag for exchange next month. And we'll go from there. And then I thought about it after I did this. I was like, I should totally have done this on one of the stitchable bags, and it would have been so much cooler. Yeah, but I don't want to go back and redo it now, or ask them to do too. That's not very nice, right? So there's that. But that is my plan for that one, is to let them do whatever they want with those colors. And then, oh, sorry, lost two itchy nose. And it's so dry, so dry. Okay, so what do we got? What are we stitching on this coming week? Plans. Did I have any haul? Ooh, I don't have haul, but I did buy the Christmas in July box from Under the Sea Fabrics in the linen. So can't wait till that comes out. Okay, excuse the lean. Stretch. Upcoming projects today and tomorrow will be spent working on Stitch Rovia's You Rock. You can see that very good. It's like in the shape of a record, right? Pretty cool. And I don't know if it'll focus better without my face in there. It's on 28 count Monaco. And I've got obviously the center done and one section of the top. So I'm going to be moving over and doing this section. And isn't he cute? He matches really good, right? Perfect colors. So that is what we will be working on today and tomorrow. I'm hoping to get some stitching done today. There's no showing scheduled right now, but of course that can change at a moment's notice if somebody calls. Oh, and the lady who was supposed to come and show the house on Friday night, no showed, no called, no show, no message. And then so I emailed the listing service that it says, if there's any issues, email them here, and said, hey, she no called, no showed, whatever. They're like, oh, thank you for letting us know. And apparently they let her know because she did some feedback and said, oh, my clients couldn't make it, but they'll want to reschedule. I'm like, well, you could have freaking let us know that. Because we had dinner plans. We had planned on going out to dinner on Friday evening, but no, we were sitting around waiting to see if they were going to come look at the house, because I don't know, maybe I don't believe in leaving. There's no lockbox on our door, and I do not believe in letting people wander through my house unsupervised. Yeah, no, too many things that can just get picked up and walk away. I am not that trusting. All right, after that, next project, according to the birth order of whips. Oh, I'm sorry. So if anybody who doesn't know, who hasn't watched my videos before, I have 241 whips, and I am slowly working my way through all of them, touching each of them, giving them at least 2 days. Some I've given 3 days here and there where I was really into stitching on them, but everyone gets at least 2 days. And so far, I've only UFO'd one of them. So it's all good. But next up is Foxglove by Nora Corbett. And I got her to sign this at the 2017 Mira Minions Retreat in San Antonio. One with a couple other ones. And this is where it is right now. This is a Sunny Dyes fabric. I do not remember the name of it, but it doesn't matter because she doesn't dye fabrics anymore, so you can't get it anyway. But that's where that one will start out at. And then next up, and I have a very eclectic stitching style. I stitch everything, as you will see next. Next after that is Midnight Watch by Blackbird Designs. I love this. Love that cat on top of the house. Really cool. This is being done on, is it 28 or 32 count? I can't tell. I think it's 28, but I don't know for sure. Just a lamb's wool. And so all I've got done so far is the door. The door right in the middle of the house. That little guy right there. So we will get some days on that. And I cannot guarantee that this is going to be the most productive week. My sister flies down on Tuesday to my parents' house, and she will stay down there with them. And I think she comes in late, but she'll be there Wednesday, Thursday. They are headed up here, all of them, my mom, dad, and my sister, for my son's birthday on Friday. I'm taking off half day so we can celebrate. He'll be 23. Holy shit, that makes me old. And that goes over there. Fell out of the U Rock thing. But then the rest of the weekend will be spent with family. And Monday morning, I fly out to California for a week. So for work, it's busy. Yeah, craziness. My sister's flying out back home to St. Louis with me on Monday. So we're going to leave at the same time. That's about all I got. Hopefully, sorry, keep banging my table. Semi-short video this week. And that's the plans. So we will talk again soon. Bye, guys. Have a great week.